Today I'm here to ask you all to tell your stories. Everyone has a story about what God has done or is doing in your life today. So, if any of you would be willing to share, I'd love to hear your testimony. You over there, what's your story?
Well, I'm in this band and we're getting pretty big. God is doing really big things.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it really is. We have this one big hit. I'm sure everyone here has heard of it. It goes like this.
Wait, you're not in Switchfoot. That's a Switchfoot song.
Yeah, I know, but I have their CD.
I don't think you understood my question. Have a seat. Okay, the question was, what is your story? What is God doing in your life? You over there.
I'm actually going through a really hard time right now and could use a lot of prayer. See, recently my friends and I all split up and went our separate ways.
Oh, wow, that seems hard.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, we had these crazy experiences together, and we'd always meet in this little coffee shop called Central Park. There was me, Joey, Chandler, Monica.
Wait, you're talking about the TV show Friends. That's a sitcom.
No, that's not true. See, we'd meet every Thursday at 7 o'clock for a half hour.
Never mind, have a seat. Alright, I don't think I'm making myself clear here. What is God doing in your life? Yes, you again.
Yeah, I didn't understand the first time, but I get it now.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, the other day, God put a huge task in front of me. This fellowship of believers and I had to basically save the world. We had this ring, and we had to destroy it in the mountain of Mordor. We had an elf with us, and there were dragons. I had really hairy feet at the time.
Alright, you can't talk anymore. That's the Lord of the Rings. Please, anyone tell me something God is doing in your life.
God has been doing big things in my ministry. I mean, all these crazy things have been happening.
Okay, like what?
Well, we have these huge revivals where a ton of people come out and just a lot of people get saved. It's just amazing.
What's your ministry called?
It's the Ashley Graham Crusades. Yeah, that's it.
You mean the Billy Graham Crusades? That's not you. Have a seat. Alright, I don't see why this is so difficult. This is ridiculous. Please, will anyone tell me something God is doing in your life? Anyone? Anyone at all? Please, 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 let there be someone other than Michaela. Alright, Michaela, go ahead.
Sorry about before. I didn't know you meant what God is doing in my life. Sorry about that.
Right, just go ahead.
Well, I actually just got back from a mission trip in Brazil.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, God did big things there. A lot of people made professions of faith in Jesus. God moved in mighty, mighty ways.
But wait, it says here in my records that you've never even left the country.
Right, I mean, Brazil, Alabama. Yeah, it was so great in Brazil, Alabama. The people were...
Stop it.
But I was used by God to reach these Brazilian Alabamians.
No, you weren't.
But you can imagine if I did.
Please say it. Alright, please, for the love of all that is holy, do any of you have a story of your own? A personal testimony of what God has done in your life? I don't even care anymore. Sure, what is it?
Well, when you said testimony, it sparked a memory of an experience of mine. When I was in 7th grade, I went to church camp, and it was awesome. We got to help and serve a lot of people there. God really did big things that summer.
That's exactly what I was looking for. So you went to church camp when you were in 7th grade, and God did awesome things there. That's really cool. So since you've shared a little bit, why don't you share some more about your life?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, how old are you now?
I'm a senior.
Right. God did awesome things that year in 7th grade. So what else has God done in your life since then? How else have you grown?
Well, I go to church camp every year.
Is that all that's happened? You had an awesome experience a few years ago, and you haven't even seen God move since then?
Not really. Maybe I don't understand the question.
Okay, you can have a seat. Thanks for sharing. Look, it's so easy for us to get caught in this trap of living through the experiences of others or through the experiences we had in the past. So here's the question. What's your story? What does God want to do with you? If someone asks for your story, what will you tell them?
Well, I tell them about the time I healed a man who was unable to walk. I reached out and...
Michaela, this meeting is over. Go out and create some experiences of your own. Let God actually use you to do something.